ain't sports entertainment. It's war and boots.
Drop Salmon!
Alright guys, I'm gonna skedaddle. Okie dokie.
Snap the lights to the rage.
Have a good stream.
Breaks out the cage. Chance fly like justice served. You wanna shine? You better earn. Born for chaos, split for speed. Turbos where the monsters feed. Still in hands, hate in eyes. Ain't no heroes left alive. No handshake, no respect. Just broken bones and one comes next. No mercy Thursday. Roots burn red. Fists like blades. No mercy Thursday. You're in the pit, this ain't no game. Right from that like a war drum sound. We run this ring pound for pound. No mercy Thursday. Every hit's a legacy made. Head down, fist high. Only cowards run or cry. This ain't made for the weak of spine. TWF, watch the battle line. You bring flash, we bring pain. Thursday's built to break the shame. Harder than hell, louder sin. Step to the grind, you're locked in. No countdown, no reset. Just that sound of your regret. No mercy Thursday. Call them out, treat them passed down cold. No mercy Thursday. This ain't stage, it's bold and brutal gold. To erase the scars, the price you pay. TWF don't play, you wanna be famous. Try surviving 5 minutes with us. TWF Thursday! You bring the name. We bring the pain. TWF Thursday.
This ain't sports entertainment. It's war and boots.
Drop Salmon! Snap the lights to the rage. So the way breaks out the cage. Chance fly like justice served. You wanna shine? You better earn. Born for chaos, split for speed. Turbos where the monsters feed. Still in hands, hate in eyes. Ain't no heroes left alive. No handshake, no respect. Just broken bones and one comes next. No mercy Thursday. Roots burn red. Fists like blades. No mercy Thursday. You're in the pit, this ain't no game. Right from that like a war drum sound. We run this ring pound for pound. No mercy Thursday. Every hit's a legacy made. Head down, fist high. Only cowards run or cry. This ain't made for the weak of spine. TWF, watch the battle line. You bring flash, we bring pain. Thursday's built to break the shame. Harder than hell, louder sin. Step to the grind, you're locked in. No countdown, no reset. Just that sound of your regret. No mercy Thursday. Call them out, treat them passed down cold. No mercy Thursday. the stars, the price you pay. TWF don't play. You wanna be famous? Try surviving 5 minutes with us. TWF Thursday!
You bring the name. We bring the pain.
TWF Thursday.
This ain't sports entertainment. It's war and boots.
Drum Salmon! Snap the lights to the rage. TWF breaks out the cage. Chairs fly like justice surge. You want a shot? You better earn. Born for chaos, split for speed. Turbos where the monsters feed. Skill in hands, hate in eyes. Ain't no heroes left alive. No handshake, no respect. Just broken bones and one comes next. No mercy Thursday. Roots burn red. Fists like blades. No mercy Thursday. You're in the pit, this ain't no game. Right from that like a war drum sound. We run this ring pound for pound. No mercy Thursday. Every hit's a legacy made. Head down, fist high. Only cowards run or cry. This ain't made for the weak of spine. TWF, watch the battle line. You bring flash, we bring pain. Thursday's built to break the chain. Harder than hell, loud as sin. Step to the current, you're locked in. No countdown, no reset. Just that sound of your regret. No mercy Thursday. Call them out, treat them pass down cold. No mercy Thursday. This same stage is bold and brutal gold. The race, the stars, the price you pay. TWF don't play. You wanna be famous? Try surviving 5 minutes with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the TWF is getting ready to start its first contest here. As TWF, Mario, you said he's got to get it between now and next Saturday, on next Saturday. Well, TWF is getting ready to go here live on Tagged Up Tyler, live on Twitch. TWF Turbo, your Thursday wrestling show here on Twitch, hosted by the Cactus here on commentary here tonight. We got a high stacked energy. We have a high stacked amount of cards of wrestling here tonight. We're gonna start off with a tables match between the Mad Dog Miller and Captain Ripple. Oh my god, it's Hugs. We haven't seen that motherfucker in forever, as we're starting off with our first match of the evening. We're about to start TWF, baby. What up, Hugs? We haven't seen you in chat in forever. As we get ready for our first matchup, is going to be Captain Ripple and the Mad Dog Miller in a best 2 out of 3 tables match here, and to start off TWF. Yeah, Hugs, we building here, man. We trying to make it feel real. I forgot to change why is oh my god. We're gonna skip all of this. Because Captain Ripple is not supposed to be the U.S. or the television champion. We'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Blocker, you know how this thing is all jabroni shit and it barely works. TWF barely makes it work, and hey, we're trying to figure out how to make it work better. 1 episode at a time, though. We can switch back over now. Boom.
Shut up and take my money.
Blocker, hit you with the blurb of "shut up and take my money." Hugs, a former emo boy. I say former because emo boys haven't been doing anything in fucking forever. Captain Ripple makes his way to the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Mario is right. The face cam, and Hugs with a donation of me so horny with cheering 100 bits. No face cam. There it is. Captain Ripple, a former 2-time television champion in his own right, is looking to get a big win in this best 2 out of 3 tables match. I do not know why it didn't read. It should. Hugs. Oh, thank you, my Papi Chulo. As we see, Captain Ripple makes his way to the ring. We now see the screen. It's the Mad Dog Miller, former winger for the emo boys, along with Hugs. Or he would switch off the defense if we needed Hugs to take that charge. It's the Mad Dog Miller. The Mad Dog Miller, Jacob the Mad Dog Miller. Bro, I would be so hurt, Hugs, after getting to round 4 in the playoffs. Ugh. That has to hurt. The Mad Dog Miller crawling his way down the ring. We're gonna come back to that. Interesting, Mario. Jesus, did that count as a table break? into the ring. That doesn't count as a table break. You see the Mad Dog Miller and Captain Ripple starting off in this best 2 out of 3 tables match. First opponent to slam your first person to slam their opponent through 2 tables will win this matchup here, starting off TWF. The Mad Dog Miller, former world heavyweight champion and a former junior heavyweight champion here in TWF. He is delivering a vicious stomp right to Captain Ripple and an elbow to follow it up, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue on with this matchup. Mad Dog Miller applying a odd. Be nice if you have a good side. I turned to the dark side. Now I'm a Sith. Hell yeah, hugs. As the Mad Dog Miller grabbing the table. But Captain Ripple is going to stop him short here and slam him up against that apron. 60-minute time limit on this matchup. A big crossbody down to nothing onto the floor by Captain Ripple. And a big forearm delivered with intensity by Captain Ripple. Last year, in 23, I got myself 2 games on pre-order for my birthday, where in 23 I pre-ordered AEW Fight Forever and last year. Yeah, I regret buying Fight Forever. Definitely not the move. As we continue on with this fight here, we see the big elbow drop right to the chest of Captain Ripple. Throwing the arm is the Mad Dog as he's taking control of this matchup. Still 0-0 in this best 2 out of 3 tables matchup here tonight on TWF. Giving the fans here tonight on Turbo some action. TWF. It's not sports entertainment, it's war in boots, as the Mad Dog Miller looks to drop down from an insane height. And a leg drop across his face. I need to get NBA 25 if I want to do that. As we see the Mad Dog Miller slamming Captain Ripple up against the barricade. That's also another thing. It's a huge fucking game to install. The Mad Dog Miller taunting here right in front of Ripple and tries to go for a Superman punch, but Ripple with a Captain Spike. And goes for a curb stomp on the outside of the ring. Is the Mad Dog Miller's not busted open though? This is our opening contest here on Turbo. Is these two have to put each other through some tables to get a win. We'll see how well Twitch be picking up. See if NBA might be worth the option. If the Discord votes for it, maybe.
But first.
Dallas officially the first person to the stream. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know that Captain Ripple had that move. Captain Ripple's made by Scarecrow of Oz. W11 people, hell yeah, Matthew. As TWF continues on with our opening matchup with the dropkick by the Mad Dog Miller onto Captain Ripple. Both these men jockeying for position, trying to get an opportunity to face for that television championship. Nine jabronis and 2 cool fellas. Matthew James, Insane Synthwave. And hell yeah, Hugs, we love to hear that you got a raise. We love to hear that the homies are doing better. Captain Ripple slamming that stop sign right in the head of the Mad Dog Miller. The collar and elbow tie up. You see Ripple taking the course of battle slowly and methodically, dictating this pace and letting Mad Dog breathe here. Matthew James isn't even good enough to be in TWF anymore. He's literally... But me and Tyler are some bitches. The collar and elbow tie up. Sending Captain Ripple. Dallas, have you started making that attire that I asked you to make? Captain Ripple, after that flurry of offense, decides to set up the table. Mad Dog Miller pulling himself up in the corner. Mad Dog Miller trying to shoot out of the corner. And Mario, yeah, I've seen how 2K works, or how WWE 2K works, or WWE NBA 2K. The table not giving him any room to do the curb stomp, the drop down by Mad Dog Miller, the leapfrog now, and the double foot stomp taking Captain Ripple down. We see Miller setting up a second table. He's trying to get the job done as he's trying to put Captain Ripple through the one table. A quick slam. A vertical suplex by the Mad Dog Miller takes Captain Ripple down. Well, it's grindy as hell. You mean buying it? And the Mad Dog Miller about to put Captain Ripple through that second table. Captain Ripple with a suicide dive to start this match off, and I don't think he did anything. He was able to get it. The Weedle escaped. I did, Mario, because I really do like it. I think it's a good opener. It builds hype. Also, Ethan Page had one of those. It had one of those in the promotion Freelance Pro Wrestling in like 2017. We got 2 words. I don't like grindy modes at all. The Mad Dog Miller getting the win, walking around the carnage in the ring of the shattered tables here tonight, and our opening match on Monday Mayhem, Thursday Turbo. The Mad Dog. Matthew James and Synthwave Cowboy double teaming Mario, crazy work. And the best 2 out of 3 tables match. Up next, we have a debuting Julia Winters taking on Emily Mortis. We move into our second matchup of the evening. We're gonna get a prediction going for this. Who's destined to win? Emily Mortis. I don't want to put a backslash, fat fingered. Or Julia Winters. Five minutes on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. The Synthwave Cowboy. Why don't they have entrances? It's always something with 2K, man. As we move on to our next match, we're gonna see Emily Mortis take on Julia Winters. Predictions live, ladies and gentlemen. Get your channel points in. You know, I don't mind a game that makes you grind out the mode as long as the game's fun.
It's scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Chicago, Illinois,
Emily Mortis looking to get a big win here tonight and move up in the rankings here in the TWF. She said backstage that she was looking to get a US title match if she can get the momentum here in the TWF. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining TWF.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
Emily Mortis doing her weird little dance in the ring. What the fuck? You right, you right. Yeah, baby.
That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
As we see, making their way to the ring currently.
Here's the deal. I'm the best there is. Plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.
Hey, yo, guys. What the fuck is this entrance?
One eternity
Thank
later.
you, Mario. You know what's up. You know that this is like one eternity later. I think we finally found the longest entrance in TWF. Dallas, bro, you can't say that after she got killed, bro. Julia Winters making her debut to TWF here. Looking for some big wins and even bigger slams on the ring. We'll have to see how she does. Is Cadence talking right now? Is Cadence talking to me in my chat? That's too confusing to have Cadence texting me on Dallas's chat. Oh God. Hi Cadence. Welcome to TWF. We're on Turbo here as we have Emily Mortis and Julia Winters gonna square off in this battle here. These two ladies jockeying for position, trying to get a foot in the door for the TWF United States Women's Championship. Maybe. Jogging for position as Julia Winters throws Emily Mortis down, but Emily Mortis immediately retaliates with a big slap and jogging for position. Both these ladies trying to find out who's going to start the match off and lead it. Julia Winters powering Emily Mortis into the corner. Referee going to break it up and stop the two ladies from continuing the carnage, but Julia Winters throwing a big punch as soon as she gets out, throws her son of the ring, and she's going up top. High rent district here. A big drop kick. Thank you so much everybody for tuning in to Tagged Up Tyler here live on TWF TV, bringing you Turbo here on Thursday. Julia Winters continuing her assault on Emily Mortis. Not looking good here, ladies and gentlemen. Your cousin isn't taking out my partner. I'm sorry, pal. She's been injected with enough anabolic steroids to make that simply impossible for you. Yes, Dallas. Blucker's saying that he's literally all gas, no brakes. His whole family is. Meaning that they shoot steroids. We're going to have to test them. We see a big slam here by Julia Winters trying to get the pinfall on Emily Mortis. I don't know what happened to Bubba. Emily Mortis kipping back up though after that big slam. We see a springboard drop kick. Emily Mortis ducking under it as Julia Winters lands on her back. Emily Mortis taking it all in, knowing that she might be in control here as Winters not going to be. Hugs throwing another 10 biddies. Show me the biddies to show my titties. As Julia Winters throws Emily Mortis in the corner there and delivers those embarrassingly strong punches. I don't know why I said embarrassingly. Weird word to choose. The cover here, will this be enough to put Mortis away? Mortis kicking out. Synthwave Cowboy throwing 15 biddies to show my titties. Oh my, oh geez, oh my. Feeling like a 1920s stripper, baby. The split leg moonsault not enough to put away to Emily Mortis. Richard Mason has been talking to me, and he's been he's got an idea that he's trying to do with the Chaos Club right now. Oh my God, you guys! Are you having a bidding war to see a bidding war to see who can see my titties? Oh my gosh! Jeez, oh geez, oh my guys! It's not a competition. Hugs right. Bro called my bluff. That's all the bits I had. Guys, we appreciate the bits and cheers here on Tagged Up Tyler. I'll have to figure out why the text-to-speech isn't working. I will look into that after stream tonight. Throwing a big punch. Tagged Up Tyler is going to try to be more consistent on its streams. Hopefully Wednesdays we can do some more multiplayer games like maybe Marvel Rivals. I do have a way to get money donos, Mario. If you look down, I do have my Snapchat that you can, or not my Snapchat, my Cash App if you want to donate to the stream. Donate directly through Cash App. Emily Mortis with a big moonsault from the top rope. Tries to get the win. Don't have Cash App in Canada. Insane. I don't have a Zelle or a Venmo or anything else. As Emily Mortis taking control of this match with Julia Winters bouncing off those ropes. Off the ropes goes Mortis. Running right through Winters. Hugs is the sexiest Canadian I know. He brings me Timmy's every night. Julia Winters attacking Emily Mortis here and keeping the pressure applied. Trying to make sure that Mortis doesn't get the win here and that she will reign as champion still here in TWF. Julia Winters goes up top and a big forearm from the top. Oh lordy lordy, she's scouting her. That was retarded to say never again. Julia Winters getting the win here. The 1, 2, 3. The big moonsault. Mortis putting on Well, more steroids for my girlfriend is insane. Y'all doing cocaine and injecting steroids in your butts. We're gonna drug test these guys who are going crazy and popping off. Going for the big moonsault wasn't enough though, and here's where Julia Winters really tried to take it and put it into overgear here. She turned it from winter to a blizzard for sure for Emily Mortis after a big slam and hooking the leg and keeping her cradled up.
Here is your winner, Julia.
Oh my god, Jake, you know what it is? It's literally the pod that's messed up, not my vape. My vape's fine. The pod is just probably like burnt or something. Julia Winters get with a big win in her debut here on TWF Turbo. You know she's gonna be hunting for big wins here on the women's division, maybe hunting and eyeing that women's US title.
What the hell?
What the hell? Up next, we have a debuting tag team here in the TWF. Two big primetime players, Malik and DeJounte. Fuck. I forgot to put that. I forgot to do all the last minute things. Give me a second. As we're back now. Probably never. Because I don't know. Twins.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 446 pounds.
Our predictions live as we see the Golden City Terror Twins making their way to the ring.
I, for one, know what it's like to taste the sweet nectar of a woman's juices, and I'm going to show Stacy what Tess couldn't show him, what it's like to be with a real man.
With their big cousin at ringside. Winters is their last name, correct? Yeah, it is. It says Devante right on the shirt. Holier than thou. These two looking good here in the TWF, looking to get a big win in their debut as the TWF Tag Team Division. making their way to the ring. Nick James joining the Chaos Club here with Richard Mason. And that looks like it's William Gray as well. I don't know, whenever Mollywop comes over. Mollywop be busy. Richard Mason forming the Chaos Club and bringing it here to the TWF, bringing his form of chaotic justice to make sure that TWF is always safe, quote unquote safe, while they're around. We have to see if they're going to cause more havoc than help here in the TWF, especially with Nick James joining. Nick James joining the fold after his brother's absence. You got to see what's going to happen here. Nick James and Richard Mason tagging together for the first time. You got to see if Nick James will truly be a if he's truly bleeding that black and white of Chaos Club. A DDT here by Nick James on DeJounte Winters. As we see Richard Mason going for that axe handle takedown, non-successful, as we see Winters rolls out of the way as he builds up ahead of Steen. DeJounte keeping the momentum on his side here. Going for the Hurricane and takes the Hurricanrana, excuse me, and a double foot stomp right across the chest of Mason. Moving like big cuz out there, a spin kick. Tyrus Fatu joining along with the Golden City Terror Twin Terrors, or Terror Twins, excuse me. The GCTT, as they like to go by, taking on the Chaos Club here in TWF. TWF's tag team division has been heating up here as of late. The collar and elbow tie up as Richard Mason is sent back into the ring. That Hurricanrana DDT, or that springboard DDT, just dropping Mason. Nick James, a former tag team champion, knowing what he's got to do here after. He's knowing, come on DJ, represent. DJ Winters taking those knees right into the corner. It's Malik watching. Is Richard Mason biting on him right on the head? Mason going up top. You see Malik Winters into this match. Going for that. And trying to choke out Mason, but Mason gets the hands up and holds his leg, throws him down, and turns his attention over to DJ Winters. A sling blade taking him down, rolls through and drop kicks him. Vintage Dylan Storm there. Must have been watching some TWF tapes to get an idea like that. A kick right to the head. And another one. We see Malik going up top, trying to keep that momentum on their side as Richard Mason seems to be separated here. That axe handle from the top, Richard Mason cut across the ring. But Malik might be taking a little bit too much of the bright lights here in the TWF fans. The fans here in attendance. Hey, yo. Gave the pressure applied as Nick James on Malik here, throwing shade. Hooking the legs, Nick James trying to slow down the high flyers. The speed balls in the ring here. The Golden City Terror Twins. The big springboard drop kick by Nick James as he takes a moment to pause and ponder for the crowd and takes his own time. Might be taking a little too much time as he's cheering in Champion's Corner. DJ Winters misses his kick as Nick James able to get down, keeping a big head of steam in him on his side with a big cartwheel hip toss and a knee strike to boot. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, the Chaos Club looking on fire since Nick James deciding to join the TWF's Chaos Club. Collar and elbow. As we see DJ flying into that elbow. Nick James goes up top. Might be looking for something here. Is he have the range? And he does. Flying almost coast to coast, ladies and gentlemen. Taking down TJ Williams, DeJounte. Referee Malik beating up the referee to break up that pinfall. Working over the arm. And now works over the chest, ladies and gentlemen. Continues this assault. DJ getting the knee up on Richard Mason. Gets back in the ring. Collar and elbow tie up. Referee's still down. Trying to pick up Mason, but Mason has that size advantage. A stocky man in that body there. DJ's so weakened that he's not able to pick him up. But a reverse sending Richard Mason's momentum into the ring and corner and sends him head first into that turnbuckle, throwing a stiff kick now to his shins. Collar and elbow into the corner. A tag made by DJ to Malik. Off the ropes, the double elbow, and a beautiful senton. These guys are on fire here in TWF. Through the consequences has to be watching closely, knowing that the competition in the tag team division is heating up here in TWF. And those triple vertical suplexes by Malik, knowing that 3 beats a ski. Okay. Off the ropes. The kick to the leg. Holding Richard Mason and another drop kick. Nick James doesn't break up the pinfall, instead taking out Malik. The Chaos Club unsuccessful in their attempt here tonight for some tag team glory. Let's hope that the Brotherhood of Chaos, known as the Chaos Club, can withstand a loss like this after just some tag team action. Richard Mason trying to bite the head and weakening DJ Winters. And then Malik Winters with that green hair. Man, was he a high-flying SOB in that ring here tonight. These guys doing the finish, one of the tag team finish of the North Revolution here on Chaos Club. You know that they got to be standing out. Oh, sweet, a Nader watch. Love that. Thanks, James. Guys, say hello to Rimble, the People's Champ. That's gross. That's really gross. James, what you doing Sunday? I was gonna see if you wanted to go out to the bar with me. The Golden City Terror Twins with their debut win here over the Chaos Club, getting a big win here tonight, showcasing their phenomenal tag team maneuvers here. We're gonna change gears into our Pure Honor Championship on the line. Dylan Storm's gonna face El Fuego Loco here tonight. I mean, felt hard. But pretty girl invite me out, so I go out. Dylan Storm, El Fuego Loco, one-on-one next in a best 2 out of 3 falls match in our TWF Pure Honor title division. Dylan Storm, seeing that the new listed titles added to the TWF 25 roster, he said he's got to win all of them once again. Already knocking off the Lights Out Championship, he said he sets his sights on the Pure Honor Championship and said once he wants to make that a title worth winning, ladies and gentlemen. Dylan Storm makes his way to the ring. You see Dylan Storm, a former 7-time World's Heavyweight Champion here in the TWF, trading that back and forth to Matthew James and Garrett Rogers. He was the face of TWF in 2K24, and now he claims to be just a ghost in the landscape of TWF now. But we always will remember the villain Dylan Storm in TWF, helping craft TWF to what it is today. Dylan Storm trying to win every title that there is, a 5-time US champion. El Fuego Loco with 1.5k bet on him, and then Dylan Storm with 2k. Hey, you know what? You're right. $5,000 tokens just bet on El Fuego. Oh my God, El Fuego Loco's got some backers on him today. Blecker betting 3k, over 3k. Tagged up Gary with 5k. Synthwave Cowboy with 1.5. Matthew James betting 2,000 on Dylan Storm. Well, Blecker, there's also blurps that affect stream. You know, you could always do the wrestling ones. If you want to role play his chat, you can always do that, you know. As the crowd's getting excited here, letting us know that the chat is excited for this TWF Pure Honor Championship. Dylan Storm has that his eye on the prize here. The TWF Pure Honor Championship on the line, ladies and gentlemen.
Introducing the challenger. From Indianapolis, Indiana, weighing in at 228 pounds, the villain, Dylan Storm.
I'm about to go Chris Benoit and your family is crazy. Fuego Loco, the inaugural Pure Honor champion here.
Skill issue.
Blecker dropping a skill issue even though it's 15k. What a waste of tokens. Jesus Christ, Synthwave Cowboy going full fucking Chris Benoit mode. Amen. Hugs, amen. Referee calls for the bell. The best 2 out of 3 falls match here. To be decided. These two jogging for position. Dylan Storm getting overpowered by El Fuego Loco. Ooh, excuse me. El Fuego Loco delivering a kick to the gut. And immediately trying to end this match quickly. We've seen him win this match with that move before. El Fuego Loco with a springboard crossbody, crushing Dylan Storm right against the mat there as he pulls himself up here in Challenger's corner, taking a step down, calling for Dylan Storm to get up. Might be thinking of that Destino, but no, Dylan Storm, whatever he had planned. A Hurricanrana hooks the legs, cradles the pin. El Fuego Loco not going to allow that. These two titans of TWF. Dylan Storm, one of the best to ever do it, ladies and gentlemen. And puts El Fuego Loco after that armbar into a brutal, or after that tilt-a-whirl, into a beautiful and brutal armbar. Dylan Storm fighting up against El Fuego Loco. El Fuego Loco in a 2-0 situation against in Lucha de Espredas. A springboard shooting star, or the betting matches here in TWF. He's put his mask on the line twice. And he's walked away with that mask twice, proving that his honor in Lucha Libre is stronger here. But Dylan Storm showcasing some of his Lucha styles here. A springboard DDT holding the arm, taking El Fuego Loco down. Loco, oh no, takes a zigzag. Dylan Storm dragging El Fuego Loco. Might be thinking that's enough for the first fall here. Only a 2 count, ladies and gentlemen. Cue up whatever by Our Lady Peace. Jesus. El Fuego Loco using those elbows of his right into the abdomen of Dylan Storm. Going for the kick right to the gut, picks him up for a power bomb. Dylan Storm slammed right across the chest. A big headbutt by El Fuego Loco, and goes for the cover here. Will this be enough? 1, 2, 3. Dylan Storm takes the first fall. Loco not going to give Storm any chance to breathe. Going to keep the pressure applied and kicks him right in the gut. Loco bouncing off the ropes and delivers an elbow. It took him a while to get there, but he got there in the end. As Loco... Oh, he's looking for that Puerto Rican destroyer. Dylan Storm might be done for after a Puerto Rican destroyer. Dylan Storm kicking out quickly though, knowing that this title is on the line here. A reversal by Dylan Storm. Hey Jarvis, clip me Goonie, this is insane. Dylan Storm keeping himself in this. A springboard goes for the headbutt, but Loco rolls out of the way, keeping the pressure applied, throwing these punches. A wheelbarrow takes down Storm. That neck breaker. Storm not looking good. Is El Fuego Loco getting that head of steam? Are we talking about Tommy Jarvis? El Fuego Loco going for the cover here. Is this going to be enough to put away Dylan Storm? It is. The best 2 out of 3 falls match. Oof. Jesus, 20,000 tokens on Dylan Storm versus El Fuego Loco is insane. El Fuego Loco is on fire here, ladies and gentlemen, with a putting an end to the ghost known as the villain Dylan Storm in this pure honor matchup here. These two men trying their damnedest and giving it their all, but Dylan Storm just wasn't able to mount a comeback after we saw El Fuego Loco get a little crazy with it. El Fuego Loco just going crazy here on Dylan Storm, just decimating him. This Puerto Rican destroyer was the real end game here. Dylan Storm looked destroyed. Skill issue well spent. And the inverted Phoenix Splash. You could say that this man is insane for attempting something.
Know your role and shut your mouth, you jabroni! Know your role and shut your mouth, you jabroni!
Let's go, didn't win. Dallas, I don't know what to tell you. Just don't be a fucking peepee head about losing. As we cut backstage, we see Mariah Steele, who was on her way to have a match tonight, is being jumped by Samantha James in the backstage area. Samantha not scheduled to work here tonight. Definitely not scheduled here for any matches. No, she's trying to get in the mind of Tiffany Steele here tonight. Floats over, sit out powerbomb. Just driving her down on that. These ladies fighting up on the catwalk. Samantha James dragging her into the elevator. Mario, I figured since you were about to get the other or the 2K game and make your CAWs, I would just hold off on doing Colt because I didn't feel like we were going to use Colt too much longer. Mariah Steele showing that she's not scared of Samantha James, fighting her tooth and nail, slamming her down on the mat on that cold hard concrete backstage. Samantha James being dragged by the back of her head. Slamming Samantha James down, twisting her and tilting her sideways. Mariah Steele showcasing why she is one of the best to be signed to TWF. Daughter of Tiffany and Donovan. You know that Samantha's trying to get in the head of Tiffany here, her number one contender, the contender for her number one contender for her championship. The leg getting stuck there really. Well, Mario, we also have a lot more people. What up? Riley Jones in the house. Samantha James is jumping Mariah Steele backstage, trying to get in the head of Tiffany Steele, the number one contender for the Women's World Championship. Mariah Steele was supposed to have a match tonight, but I guess this is what she's doing instead, fending for herself in the backstage. spin kick and a kick. Just keeps the flurry of offense here. Samantha James not letting up at all and grabbing a steel chair, trying to end Mariah Steele. Mariah Steele trying to get a debut here in TWF. This isn't the debut she was picturing herself. She was probably thinking she was going to be out in front of all the fans. As Samantha James finishes this off, they fought on the hop of on the catwalk. They were going all over the backstage area, ladies and gentlemen. But Samantha James proving that she jumped Mariah Steele here tonight, and definitely is going to be playing into the head of Tiffany Steele here later tonight. Samantha James just not letting up at all. That spin kick is the real momentum shift. That combination of kicks and then the steel chair finishing off the job. Mariah Steele is definitely gonna I guess the whole North Revolution is gonna be having to watch their back if Samantha James is acting like this here in the TWF, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of Tiffany Steele, she is up next taking on Sadie Adams, or returning to Sadie Adams here, a former one-time women's world champion here in the TWF, or two-time champion. Big shout out to Hugs taking the Twitch Cheer Championship of the week with 130 bits. Big shout out to him. Excuse me. Tiffany Steele, Sadie Adams, one-on-one, ladies and gentlemen. These two ladies are about to have a hot and heavy affair here in the ring, swinging for the fences. Sadie Adams making a return to TWF, saying that she thinks she deserves that world title shot right away. But we see Tiffany Steele, the one in front of her, and say, I'm going to face you tonight. We're going to see why I am truly the #1 contender here in the TWF. But after watching her daughter get jumped here tonight, you got to know that there's got to be something in her head. What if Samantha comes after her tonight? What is she gonna do? Is she gonna keep attacking her friends and family? We'll have to find out as you keep watching TWF, because TWF is shifting gears into the match with Tiffany Steele and Sadie Adams next. Sadie Adams spending a long time away from the TWF. Said she needed to get her mind right, train a little bit, and now she's back ready and better than ever. Tiffany Steele making her way to the ring, joined by the North Revolution. The unrelenting Tiffany Jones makes her way to the ring, fired up. Blecker, man, I had to download like 12 people today, well, in the past like 24 hours. Sorry that I forgot one. Just please remind me after stream and we'll get it, man. I also got to go through 2. What was the second one that I didn't add Tyrus Fatu at first? What was the second one? Donovan and Tiffany. Wait, that is definitely the new Donovan. You said this is the new Donovan. As Tiffany Steele with a springboard cough and drop. I don't know why he didn't have his mask on during the entrance. This is the one though that you told me to download. Bro came out in his ring gear instead of his entrance gear. I did get the new Donovan. I did forget the Tiffany though. So like the biggest one is his hair is different. As we see Tiffany Jones going up top to the second rope and a big splash squishing Sadie Adams. Sadie Adams not having anybody in her corners gotta hurt her. Her boo thing. Matthew James is in Hollywood, leaving her high and dry. A kick right to the head. A knee strike. Fired up. Holding her up for the power bomb. I thought she was gonna dump her right out. My favorite faction of all time has to be. I really liked Evolution, and I really liked Undisputed Era. Those are probably my two favorites. Triple H, Ric Flair, Batista, and Randy Orton, sweet. And then Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Adam Cole, and Roderick Strong, hard as hell. And thanks for the follow. Ridmel. I couldn't read that because I'm stupid. As I look away for 1 second, we see Tiffany Stratton get the win over Sadie Adams, not losing a step here in this matchup. All gas, no brakes for Tiffany Jones. The Mexicool. The Wyatt Six. Donovan Steele, Nathan Jones, and Nathan Hammerstone celebrating with Tiffany Steele. Not even cousins. Interesting. I figured that they might be cousins, but Jones is a common last name. Now Tiffany Steele. Announcer messed that up. Tiffany Steele showcasing that she's not scared of Samantha James and she's not going to get in her head here tonight. Up next for the television championship, we're going to see the former longest reigning television United States champion Doom Nibis. Jericho. That's a tag team, not a faction. Television championship on the line. Brandi Galaxy, Doom Nibis, Trevion Asino, Jacob Morrison, and Victor Fatu. Legion of Doom when they added draws. That's my final guess. A fatal five-way here, ladies and gentlemen, for the television championship as we're getting towards the end of our show. Only 3 more matches on the card. TWF airs every Monday and Thursday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's the Nation of Domination. Hugs with another biddy, so I can stop showing my titties on my OnlyFans.
Introducing the challenger from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in 200.
More like 2020. Was it the one with Eric Young? Daddy Death, the Doom Nibis makes his way to the ring. Sanity, Retribution. Oh, hell no. Insane. Doom Nibis, a 3-time World Heavyweight Champion and the longest reigning United States Champion in TWF history from 2K24 season. TWF is going on its 2nd year here on the air on Twitch.tv and 5 years in our hearts here by Tagged Up Tyler, bringing you the goodness of the eFeds and interactive universes to Twitch. Has been a dream come true. Thank you for all you guys joining up. Much love. We're trying to hit that goal of 200 followers. Tagged Up Tyler also does do streams besides wrestling. We'll play some silly indie games. We'll play some multiplayer games like Marvel Rivals and Call of Duty. So keep your eyes peeled and join the Discord if you want to keep up with what else we do besides some wrestling. We will also do a lot of online matches, and I have a My GM where I think we're doing 15 Hall of Fame trophies taking on Puff Lord. The next person making their way to the ring in this fatal 5-way, ladies and gentlemen, Trevion Asino, a one-time television champion in his own right, wants that title around his waist once again. Matthew James and Synthwave Cowboy being on the same wavelength is ridiculous. Trevion Asino and Jacob Morrison both having a lot. Dallas, you'll probably end up getting another shot for the Pure Honor Championship as nobody else wants the challenge for it right now. I see. TWF tries to aim for an 80s, nostalgia-filled arenas, which is why we have the steel guardrails. But we try to add a modern twist to it since we are modern day. But from out of this world of one-time World Heavyweight Champion here in the TWF, Brandon Galaxy. Brandon Galaxy, a man from out of this world, fighting from all over, looking for the toughest competition. Dallas, you also need to change your gimmick. You know, he's got you there. He's got you there, good boy. Synthwave is definitely right about Blue Meanie being one of the best. Here, Dallas. The TV champion making his way to the ring. Like, what do we know he isn't? Bro got called last minute, so I just showed it up and what I had. this fatal 5-way first fall to a finish for the TV title. The TWF World Television Championship on the line. The chat's going crazy, ladies and gentlemen. This fatal 5-way Victor Fatu has the odds stacked against him here. Referee calls for the bell as Morrison immediately tees up with Brandon Galaxy. We see Trevion Asino grabbing some plunder from under the ring, grabbing a ladder. This high flyer from Japan. Even though he has a Spanish name, I don't understand that one. Is trying to take on Brandon Galaxy. Is Jacob Morrison with a big spin kick to Doom Nibis. Doom Nibis, one of the 2 former World Heavyweight Champions in the ring right now. Victor Fatu swinging that Singapore cane around willy-nilly here. We still have 2 more matches after this one. We see Brandon Galaxy, Trevion Asino fighting on the outside. Morrison trying to team up with Doom Nibis to take on the current television champion Victor Fatu. A springboard crossbody on Morrison. Morrison, a former one-time junior heavyweight champion, junior television champion, looking to reach those heights here again. As we see Asino and Galaxy facing off in the ring. The cover here. The kick out. That cracking blow with that Singapore cane, that can't feel good on the Doom Nibis' hockey mask here as the springboard connects. A power bomb by Doom Nibis. Crushing blow. Just clearing the ring here as he's left alone with his arch enemy, Morrison. And Asino are the only 2 in the ring right now, but Victor Fatu kept getting back up, and he's marking the prayer for the deceased in the ring. Galaxy breaking up that pinfall as Fatu getting in. Doom Nibis taking a moment to absorb the energy from the fans here. Off the ropes goes Doom Nibis, and a drop kick right to the head. Going for a springboard, but Doom Nibis trying to cut off Galaxy. Galaxy and Doom Nibis have quite the history for the U.S. title. In a best 2 out of 3 series, Doom Nibis was able to take it. Asino getting pinned, but Galaxy breaking up the pin, and the springboard reaching such heights. We need a table spot. Matthew, we have... Fair enough, we have a table set up. We also, a huge spear by Victor Fatu.
Chance of winning. If we used to go 1-on-1 and then add 66 and 2/3% I got 141
Victor Fatu
and
proving
two-thirds
why
chance
he's
to
the
win.
current television champion here in TWF, throwing around the competition like Brandon Galaxy all around in the Steiner Math blurb.
75% chance of winning if we used to go one-on-one and then add 66 and two-thirds percent. I got 141 and two-thirds chance of winning.
As I'm doing the math here, guys, that sounds right. We see
I, for one, know what it's like to taste the sweet nectar of a woman's juices, and I'm going to show Stacy what Tess couldn't show him, what it's like to be with a real
Morrison
man.
not able to connect with the handspring head scissor takedown on Trevion Asino, but it's just Morrison and Asino in that ring. Television champion Victor Fatu rolled on the outside. He could not even be involved in the decision here. The cover on Asino by Morrison was broken up by Galaxy, as Galaxy is now challenging Morrison, dragging him by the back of his sweet ECW hat. That backstabber on the Victor Fatu as he tried to hit
I
Jim
got
with it.
freaks 9 days out of the week. I can give him. I was only 7 days in a week. Man, you ain't big puppy. I'm the big bad booty daddy. It's non-stop.
Trevion Asino might have gotten pinned there if the rest of the crew of this matchup weren't involved. Victor Fatu and Morrison, the only two standing still here, while the other three are down. Galaxy pulling himself up now. Morrison not in a good spot. They might need to all work together to take out Victor Fatu if any of these guys want a chance to win. A big jackhammer by the Doom Nibis. He's won many of championship matches with that. Doom Nibis said he exemplifies what the television championship's all about. Kicking ass of the next opponent, no worries. As I say that, we see Doom Nibis steal the title from under Victor Fatu. This was a all around beat 'em up bang affair here tonight. What are you doing, step bro?
What are you doing, step bro?
There you are, Hugs. There, red. See? I don't have to fix it. But Hugs, thanks for the 100 biddies. I appreciate you. These 5 gladiators in the ring doing anything and everything they could to win this matchup, knowing that that title is on the line. Morrison just couldn't. I just didn't see the pinfall happening as he was taking it to Victor Fatu. The Doom Nibis with a big win here tonight. Oh, now one-time television champion here in this fatal 5-way for the title. We move into our semi-main event. Riley Jones is going to be challenging Sandra Sammartino for that TWF Women's United States Championship here tonight. Riley Jones, Sandra Sammartino. These two ladies are about to do battle for that United States Championship here tonight. Victor Fatu not happy about losing that title as you see him staring at the champion. The CTE got to me, sorry folks. The Women's United States Championship on the line. Sandra Sammartino defending here tonight against Riley Jones. These two ladies, Riley Jones, ready for her first title match here in the TWF. Her sister by her side, these two ladies, thick as thieves, winning the only TWF women's tag team match. They keep calling out, saying that they will take on any women in the tag team division, that they're the best, and they want to prove it here in TWF as well. Challenging for singles gold, though, these two ladies are going to be a surefire hot shots in the tag team's women's division once that gets up and running. Sandra Sammartino makes her way to the ring. A two-time women's United States champion here in TWF is defending the gold here tonight. Looking to add another challenger knocked down. We'll have to see if Riley Jones has what it takes to beat stunning Sandra Sammartino. $1K on Sandra Sammartino, bet by Synthwave Cowboy, and we have Matthew James betting on Riley Jones.
Introducing the challenger from West Palm Beach, Florida,
Riley Jones challenging for that women's United States Championship. Her first title attempt here in the TWF will be challenging against Sandra Sammartino. Bro, it is so hot. It needs to cool the fuck off. I have my AC on full blast too, by the way, chat. Riley Jones seeing what that title is all what she is fighting for here tonight. Women's title match, 3,000 to 4,000. Riley Jones, or 1,000 to 3,000. Riley Jones has 1,000 tokens bet on her. As we see stunning Sammartino trying to bust her open quickly. Her sister Brittany watching on the side, a knee strike. Stunning Sandra Sammartino showing why she's a stunning wrestler here in the TWF's women's division and why she was the inaugural United States Women's Champion. Title added just this year. Last year, the TWF's women's division was lacking. Why do you think Kennedy Ann was a 7 times women's champion? Olivia Vargas is a 4 times women's champion. They traded the belt back 3 times. The cover here. Sadie Adams, a former 3 times women's champion as well. These ladies fighting tooth and nail here, knowing that the title's on the line. Rolling to the outside, stunning Sandra. Oh, taking a kick and another one. The flurry of kicks here by a Riley Jones, looking to get this win. Trying to take down the champion and knock her off her pedestal. Trying to walk out the women's U.S. champion here tonight. Stunning Sandra Sammartino. Pushing Riley Jones up against the ropes, proving that the power is in her corner here tonight. And a big punch. Riley trying to contest against the struggle of power against Sandra Sammartino. Standing 6'2", she is a large lady here in the ring. Throwing a big punch. As the offense keeps raining in by the U.S. champion, these right hooks just locking on to target of Riley Jones and connecting. These ladies continuing the battle here as the TWF keeps roaring forward as Sandra Sammartino continuing to work over the arm. Might be thinking an arm bar later in this matchup. Going up top. Not up top to Brett's rope, second rope, ladies and gentlemen. Not top rope. Oh, kicks Riley Jones right in the face and goes for an axe handle, soaring across to the middle of the ring, crowning her with that double axe handle. Dunning Sandra Sammartino in control of this matchup over Riley Jones here, and the kick right to the arm. A rope break. Referee going to allow the separation. Riley trying to get out and talk to her sister, but Sandra not going to give her any separation, any time to even think. An enziguri popped out by Sandra, trying to send her into those steel steps. A running knee strike. And then inverted Frankensteiner. Riley Jones trying her damnedest to win her first TWF championship here. Riley Jones risking it all with that diving hurricanrana from the top of Challenger's post. Doing anything and everything to win this U.S. title here. Trying, and I think that just completely put the momentum firmly in her corner here. As Sandra Sammartino looking terrible after a crash like that into the ring. Will that be enough? Referee continues their count. Riley Jones calling for her to get up and saying that she has something in store for her. Springboard hurricanrana, just like the one she did from the top turnbuckle. But Sandra Sammartino able to kick out and keeping her dreams alive of being the longest reigning United States Women's Champion. She is the one to set the bar right now. A running knee strike. Or an elbow. And a Northern Light suplex by Sandra Sammartino. Sammartino trying to get back in control of this matchup. Riley Jones allowing all the offense applied. And a pile driver. Sandra Sammartino trying to break the neck of Riley Jones here. A big frog splash. Might have seen that from Garrett Rogers or Eddie Guerrero. Maybe even Rob Van Dam. But Riley Jones kicking out and proving why she is one tough SOB. I guess that would be a DOD. A dot. Riley Jones, we're getting out of Sandra Sammartino's stunning submission. A super kick to, and it doesn't take her down, but the second one to the back puts Sandra down in the mat face first. And we see her looking for something here. Oh, Jesus, that forearm right to the back of the head. We see Sandra Sammartino not looking good here. Is this going to be it? The referee's in position for the cover. 2-3. And your new women's United States champion here on the TWF, ladies and gentlemen. These two ladies doing battle, the best and the most honorable match of the night, I'd say. These two ladies gave it their best, doing everything, giving it. Sandra Sammartino taking a lot of hits here, but giving a lot of big ones as well. Riley Jones destroying the competition and is she ready to set the bar for the TWF Women's United States title division? This title, one of the newest titles added to the TWF, our newest women's championship, has the shortest lineage. These ladies fighting for the rights to be the firsts. Who will set the longest record here? Stunning Sammartino only holding that title for a week. Her longest title reign, 2 weeks.
Here is your winner.
Riley Jones here in the TWF, winning her very first title and celebrating in the ring. You know her sister Brittany's got to be thrilled to watch her sister achieve a big goal and a big milestone in the TWF. Boo! I gotta pay out Riley Jones. And on our main event of the evening, William Gray, who won a 20-man Rumble, is going to take on Garrett Rogers, #1 contender, taking on the world champion in a non-title matchup. Garrett Rogers doesn't have the backup, and the Chaos Club might be closing in on Rogers. Find out what happens next here on TWF Turbo, ladies and gentlemen. The Chaos Club making their way to the ring. William Gray and his brother Danny Gray. They're making their way to the ring. Danny Gray ready for combat tonight, going up against the world champion Garrett Rogers. The Chaos Club looking to add some gold to their repertoire. Only person that have gold in there. I mean, I guess Nick James did just join, and a former champion in the U.S. title scene and world champion. The Chaos Club just recruited them, and now Danny and William here tonight. We will see William challenge Garrett Rogers one-on-one in a non-title matchup. He is our #1 contender here, as the Chaos Club is looking to grow and expand. But they'll have to go against TWF's World's Heavyweight Champion, the 6-time World's Heavyweight Champion, Garrett Rogers, winning that title back from Jack Powell on... oh, excuse me. At Philly Pandemonium. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, TWF's next pay-per-view comes on May 25th. That'll be Riots in LA, ladies and gentlemen. Garrett, the Thunderbolt of TWF, the man that helped build this company with the cactus, walking around as the world's champion. He, at the start of the season, he said if he doesn't win that championship here, he's going to retire. He wins the title, and he starts getting challenged by Jack Powell. Jack Powell couldn't get the job done the first time, but ends up taking it down from him, and in the rematch, Garrett Rogers takes the title back, adding another reign to his already linked many TWF title wins, trying to beat Dylan Storm's record of 7 world championship reigns. We'll have to see how that story plays out in TWF this year. As the bell is rung, Garrett Rogers locks up with his #1 contender for the world championship. As we see William pushing Garrett Rogers, our world champion, into the corner. The referee forces a break. Garrett Rogers trying to get back into the ropes, but the go behind now by Gray. But Rogers with the quick headlock takedown. Referee not going to call a rope break and let these two keep going here. A head scissor takedown now as William Gray, showcasing why his skills might have been enough to pay the bills. Garrett Rogers stuck inside that head scissor headlock, or that leg scissor headlock, and Gray using his legs as a weapon to crush down Rogers. Jockeying for position, both these men. Oh, the headlock applied now by William Gray. Garrett Rogers trying to might be learning how this man works, but the go behind. A lot of people saying that Garrett Rogers is an old dog that can't learn new tricks. But I think Garrett Rogers has always been one to surprise us in TWF, no matter what it is. As these two men trying everything, continuing their chain wrestling here. Rogers locked in the sailboat. William Gray trying to do anything he can but a fireman's carry to get out of it, and now he has him in an arm lock. Rogers trying to show that he is the better technical amateur wrestler here. William Gray thinks that Garrett Rogers wasn't a Syracuse State wrestling champion. Garrett Rogers is one of the best amateur wrestlers to ever do it, ladies and gentlemen, as he brings his talents to the TWF, improving what the amateur leagues bring to the big leagues. This man is trying to hold the Chaos Club back single-handedly. That headlock, as we see brother Daniel Gray watching both members of the Chaos Club trying to fight and keep their world title view in their headlights. As we see William Gray deliver a knee to the back to the world's champion Garrett Rogers. Referee calling a rope break from that camel clutch. Oh, what is William Gray looking for here? William Gray trying to decide what to do on Garrett Rogers, who's under the ropes, can't pin him. This is our main event of the evening for TWF Turbo on Thursdays. I almost said Monday Mayhem. Silly goose. As Tagged Up Tyler looks to bring you some games afterwards. We're gonna end stream so we can upload the VOD separately. And a big lariat taking down the #1 contender. I have to go to the island. Why do you have to go to the island, Dallas? You know I'm not gonna do that. Off the ropes, looking to give Garrett Rogers a chokeslam, but in a reversal, an elbow right to the back of the head. But Dallas, I'm not gonna do that, and I can't download that. I can't do that. I'm not buying it. As we see William Gray get the win over Garrett Rogers. The world champion might be quaking in his boots as the Chaos Club is trying to close in and take down the world's heavyweight championship off of Garrett Rogers. As we see that power bomb to end. Uh-oh. What a celebration. I love that that's the default one. Fuck. The Chaos Club with a big win here tonight, celebrating after beating the world's heavyweight champion Garrett Rogers. Chaos Club zesty ass win animation. I agree. TWF is ending. By the way, does anybody want to do some matches online, guys? Now that TWF is over, and a bummer main event. Matthew will do some matches. Let's do a quick rundown of our card before we end stream and we get back. We'll do some online matches with some guys, and we're gonna be, if you want to join those, join the Vibe Station. Thank you everybody for tuning in to Tagged Up Tyler for Monday Mayhem and Turbo on Thursdays, ladies and gentlemen. You guys have been making TWF an awesome experience. I love you guys all so much as we're trying to hit that 200 follower mark. And we're going to get back into what their action was. We saw Captain Ripple and the Mad Dog Miller have a best 2 out of 3 tables match where the Mad Dog Miller got a big win to open up our show. Emily Mortis and Julia Winters. Julia Winters making her debut here in the TWF. Mortis unable to get the job done, but Winters looking strong, and so did Emily Mortis here tonight as well. We see a new tag team, DJ Winters and Malik Winters, the new and improved Golden City Terror Twins took on the Chaos Club, and the Chaos Club couldn't get the win with their new recruit Nick James. We'll have to see how the stories play out with this. Dylan Storm and El Fuego Loco did battle for the TWF Pure Honor Championship. We'll have to see what Dylan Storm's going to do, because he said he's been gunning for that title and he said he needs it. Mariah Steele and Samantha James beat each other up backstage, where Samantha James trying to get in the head of Tiffany Steele, her #1 contender for the World's Championship for the women's division. Sadie Adams and Tiffany Steele did battle. Tiffany Steele surging ahead, and Sadie Adams' return match here tonight. Doom Nibis, Trivianacino, Brandon Galaxy, Jacob Morrison, and Victor Fatu all did battle for the TWF Television Championship, where Doom Nibis trust to process my man. Dallas, are you going to give me the money to buy the VC so I can get your shoes? Riley Jones versus Sandra Sammartino in a women's United States title match. Riley Jones winning her first title. Fair enough. But we're calling out Blecker's family. Riley Jones getting the big win and winning her first title here tonight. And then William Gray beating Garrett Rogers in a one-on-one match. Garrett Rogers might need to make some phone calls and find some friends at the Chaos Club's really gonna run roughshod right all over him. We'll see what happens on TWF. Keep tuned. Guys, don't forget to join the Discord. Thank you so much for joining TWF. We'll be right back with TWF. Give us like 15 minutes to get situated. Bye.